Hi YouTube, this is Leper Messiah and not this is channel is Player Politics. This is a new channel. Um, I don't have a lot of expectations for it. I actually just kind of made it as a way to rant, as a way to talk to the world, um, as a way to communicate the things that bother me that I don't get to talk about. And I'm sure we all feel the same way. I think we all, there's always that moment where you're like, man, I want to talk about this, or man, I want to say something. I just want to get it off my chest, but I can't. Uh, that was me, and this channel is hopefully my way of getting it out there. Um, the timing is both fortuitous and unfortunate because probably going to spend a little time talking about gun control. Maybe not this video. I think I might just do this video might just be an introduction to give you an idea, a sense of who I am. Obviously, I am a gamer. I play World of Warcraft. I also play Diablo 3 and some other games. I am a conservative, and please don't confuse conservative with Trump supporter. I don't think they're really the same thing. Um, I have supported some of Trump's policies, but I don't support his behavior. To put it that way, you know, he's done a number of good things and he's done a number of shitty things, and I think it's important to recognize that and to be honest about the things that he has done. You know, and then when he does stupid things, you need to be ready. We need to be able to question him. So that's my stance on him. Um, so regarding Florida shooting, I wish I could form more cohesive thoughts about it, but every time I think about it, I get upset because there has never been as many screw-ups in the chain as there was, you know? And it's the thing I've been thinking about the most, is how this guy managed to essentially avoid either detection um, or consequences for that long. You know, it's not like he just woke up one day out of nowhere and decided I'm gonna kill people or I'm gonna go to school and shoot people. He planned this out. He knew what he was gonna do. He told people what he was gonna do. And I guess people just didn't, I don't know, they didn't listen to him? They did. They did listen to him because they reported him. They reported him to the police, and the police did nothing. They followed up with a visit, and then they did nothing. They didn't report it. They didn't, put a notice on. They didn't put a notice in his record or anything like that, and that was just allowed to be. And that's unfortunate. I think that had that not been the case, I think it could have been prevented. I think if law enforcement had done their job, they could have uh, done something and prevented this entire problem from existing. But no. Whether maybe it was politics, maybe it was laziness, maybe it was an accident, maybe they really didn't mean to. The problem is we don't really know. There's an investigation going on and we don't really know. Um, I'm just going to tell you what I think, and I think that the guy was a coward. I think the sheriff was a coward. I think that the deputy was a coward, and I think that there was a level of ineptitude that is both awe-inspiring and scary. Truly, truly scary. Uh, and this this is these organizations, these cops, these FBI investigators are part of a government that wants to regulate your ability to defend yourself, and this is the product we get. And I'm sorry if the expectation is that I'm going to forfeit my right to arm myself in exchange for uh, giving or directing safety to the officers. Then I expect more from the officers. And we can't even do that. Funny fact. You may know this, you may not, but the Supreme Court actually ruled back in 2009 that the police are not actually required to protect citizens. They are there to investigate and arrest. They don't actually have a legal mandate to actively protect citizens. This ruling came because of a lawsuit where a woman who had a full protective order with notice to arrest if the ex-husband got within 100 yards. He was supposed to stay 100 yards away. He was able to go to their school, was able to go to the house, pick up the girls, take them to another area. When she went to the police, said, "You have to arrest him. He's done this. He's violated this." They did nothing. He drove back to the house and killed the ex-wife with the 2 kids dead in the trunk of his truck, in the bed of his truck. The police did nothing. And then we find out that the police don't actually have to do anything. And this is who I'm supposed to surrender my weapons to? I don't think so. So if you're going to make the argument and make the argument based on the perspective of the government is the point of the government is to protect the citizens, then the Supreme Court should not have made that ruling, because now that sets a precedent that the cops aren't legally liable for not doing anything. It means that that protective order, that restraining order, is worthless. It's worth as much as the paper it's written on. So that should concern you greatly. And I know how to protect myself better than some organization, right? Parents are the ones who raise their kids, who protect their kids. I don't rely on the government to do that for me. I don't want to rely on the government to do that for me. The government is not good at what they do, and passing more laws, you cannot legislate them into being better when they can't even do the job that they already have. We have the laws on the books. We have all the laws we needed to prevent this shooting. The process failed. The process failed. You can't. And there are ways that they could have stopped it. Like, and I explained in the video. I think I did. Where if you give that first layer of protection, you could do something. I lost my train of thought.